I think the reason that people are interested in wellness and smart buildings is because they need the technology to prove some of their wellness claims, whether that's about the space having low CO2 or low volatile organic compounds, particularly after they've done a fit out. It's the sorts of numbers that are going to give people the confidence to return to the office and that this is actually a great place to be. I think the coolest use case I've seen for wellness was a building that I was working on in Dublin, where loads of folks who worked there had hay fever. So we used a PM 2.5 sensor on the roof so that on days of high pollen, we could change the settings in the mixing box of the air handling unit such that it went through a HEPA filter. And that meant that we had trapped the pollen so that we weren't blowing it around the building. The reason that we didn't have it on all the time is because we wanted to balance the high energy consumption from using the things like the HEPA filter whilst giving loads of nice fresh air to that space. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I think the biggest challenge that people see with these sorts of projects is justifying the expenditure to buy some of the sensors that help to prove it. I think knowing that your investments in other big ticket items to do with the physical, if that is say a punch through staircase as part of the space that you've got from your landlord, or an investment in circadian lighting, you don't know whether or not that's been successful without really checking it. And then, to kind of build a business case around buzz or proving these metrics can sometimes be a little bit uneasy to folks. But once they have, there's definitely very little regret in spending that extra cash to prove that their space is healthy. My top tips for anybody wanting to do a wellness project with smart buildings is to be very explicit on the metrics that you want to measure. Knowing CO2 is great, but if there's nothing you can really do about it afterwards, that data doesn't help produce some form of automated action. So knowing what you can measure and then what you can do about it is probably one of the most important things. I'm particularly excited about this module because it will really show and cut through a lot of the noise that's out there about smart buildings and wellness. We've taken all of the big stats that are out there and condensed them into something that we think is actually worthwhile in terms of tactics to get done today, tomorrow, and if you've got quite a bit of cash.